Welcome back to Fragments of Him, the story about Will who got hit by a car, and now we see the different stages of his life. First from his grandma who had to accept that he is gay, and now we are currently experiencing the view of his ex-girlfriend Sarah. So she's just meeting him the first time and seeing him the first time, realizing. Let's continue.
I remembered he'd looked back at me on that first day, and it made me smile.
So, we are going in there.
Britpop was still doing pretty well. Good music, Blur, Pulp, that kind of thing, and Oasis weren't just repeating themselves then. Not that the Union was playing much of those. Fridays at the Union were always the same. Crowds of people, the windows steaming up completely, and sticky floors. I kind of miss it. After I'd seen him at the window, I wanted to talk to him. Maybe more. I pretty much went on the hunt.
You went on the hunt to get him.
It's tricky when you're not very tall and the lights are low. It was hard to spot Will in the crowd.
Yeah, that's true.
I think I was changing fast. It'd only been a couple of weeks since I got to uni, but I felt very different.
More confident. That's your own flat telling you.
I know it sounds weird, but I always felt that Will was a good person. The kind of person I wanted to be around. It was true, too.
There he is. I can't get through. Oh, let's have a drink. So what's up, buddy?
Considering it was the first thing I ever said to him, it's funny that I have no idea what the conversation was about that I butted into. I think I was pretty obvious in my intentions. We had a few drinks, and I remember pulling him outside.
But wasn't that his boyfriend? Buddy?
You know the feeling, the rush of anticipation? I was getting that so much.
It's interesting watching his life in that way.
We went to sit just outside the bar. We could still hear the music, and the cold night air felt good.
Huh? Where did you go? Ah. Hello.
And that was when he first kissed me.
Aww. But why did you do that? Maybe because you weren't sure about your inner feelings, were you? Still confused? Man or girl?
We went to the cinema for our first proper date.
The cinema for a first proper date? Seriously? You're watching the movie and you can't even talk to each other. Come on. Why?
We sat at the back. Kind of a cliche, really.
Yes.
There's that pressure for back row liaisons, you know? We both fidgeted, trying to work out how to start.
Yeah. In the cinema.
I shifted in my seat a bit, letting my leg touch his. I was so smooth. I kept on trying to look at him from the side to see if he was looking at me.
No, because he was watching the movie.
I wanted to hold his hand, but he seemed to shy away. Or maybe he didn't intend that. We ignored the film, pretty much. It was that silly action one, with that guy who always acts crazy. Thingamy.
Thingamy?
It was like everything else faded out.
The second one?
I put my hand on his leg. He turned to me and did that shy smile of his.
What's going on? And? What is happening?
He put his hand on the side of my face, just gently on the skin, turning me to face him. He closed his eyes and kissed me, placing his lips softly onto mine.
Oh.
We locked our fingers together and watched the rest of the film. We didn't let go until ages after we left the cinema.
Aww.
As we were going, though, I had this weird, prescient feeling. I could feel I was falling in love fast for the first time, but it was so strong, it would end. Will always gave the impression of confidence, like he always had a grand plan. I wish I knew if he saw that end coming too, like I felt it was. I don't know if that would have made how it went any easier.
Aww. Intense, really intense between you two. That's the first time I realized such a story in that way.
I spent the next day finally doing the unpacking that I'd been putting off. I'd done my clothes and the essentials, but there were other bits to be done.
It's not that I can interact that much in the story. Well, it's just a storytelling, but it's quite interesting. It's impressive how it is made. I mean, I could stop every time and say anything to that, but I'm curious how the story is going to continue, you know?
I brought my first ever toy to uni with me. I know it seems weird for a woman to do that, but it brings back happy memories. It wasn't always easy with my biological dad leaving, but Mum and I, and my brother Andy, we had fun. My bunny makes me remember that.
It's the little things. It's the little things you remember and
Will was
take
going
care.
to come over later that week, so I unpacked the candles my mum had given me. I wonder if she suspected I'd fall for someone. She's a bit canny like that. I was falling for him too. Is it weird to tell you this?
No, it's not. It's not at all. Carry on. So what's this?
I hung up a tasseled cloth scarf that was my mum's. She's a bit of a hippie.
Wow. Okay.
I'd packed loads of my old books. Nothing really related to uni, I just liked having them nearby.
So unpacking.
I couldn't make up my mind where to put things.
Yeah. Common behavior. Having it that place. Maybe having this
It shouldn't
one.
have mattered so much, but I wanted the place to look nice. I must have spent ages just shifting stuff around.
Yeah. And then the time has passed and you don't
The
even
little
know.
choices are important.
He is feeling alone, so I think I'm going to put him here, that he's always watching me.
I guess it didn't make any difference really.
Yes,
but I was
it
happy
does.
when I was sure I'd got it right. I wanted to feel comfortable when Will came over.
Exactly. That's what you have to feel. You have to feel comfy. Comfy in your flat, in your first 4 rooms. in your first 4 wars. What I'm saying. Well, it's kind of nice.
Will and I, it felt like a Romeo and Juliet kind of thing. And just as likely to burn us both as to make us happy.
Wow.
But what a lovely way to burn.
Take off your shoes. No,
That Christmas, I met
more.
Will's family. We'd been together for 4 months. Do you remember me there?
Yes, I did.
I was head over heels in love with him. I didn't say much in case I blurted out something wrong to his family.
But you didn't.
I kept on wanting to touch him. There was this really good chemistry with him. But with family around, it didn't seem right.
So you had to drink a little?
I got nice shivers when he touched me as he poured my wine.
Ooh. He was such a gentleman.
The meal went well, I think.
Come on. And then?
You only get to make one first impression, so I probably should have worn something else. I felt quite self-conscious. I loved him so much, but that feeling I had wouldn't go away, that it was all going to end. That Christmas Day, though, I felt like we had a chance.
What's happening?
Things were going well, but over the months, I felt the relationship changing.
Boredom?
We would listen to music as we fell asleep. Most of my music was on CD, but I also had a tape recording I'd made of a Billie Holiday record, scratches and all. Vinyl had that warm sound you don't get now. Wonderful as we drifted off.
Mm-hmm.
Then the tape mechanism would click at the end and wake me up.
Yeah. Click. Yeah. And then you woke up. Wow. Well packed, this place now.
We listened to a lot of Portishead. Even now when I listen to them, I remember being back in that room, in his arms. We would cuddle up in bed and watch TV or movies. Coronation Street had a transgender character. It wasn't something I'd thought much about before.
Exactly.
I'm straight and hadn't really thought about my sexuality. It was just what I was. Will was just who he was too. It's funny to tell you this now, but I was never jealous of Harry. You'd think I would be, but I loved Will so much. I just wanted him to be happy.
Whew. And then Harry came along?
As the months went by, we went out less. We had a few friends that we'd go out for drinks with, and Harry, but Will and me spent most of our time together.
Common problem? If you're hanging too much with your buddy and not having that much friends again?
It still makes me smile, thinking of that room and those days.
So what's up with the photos?
I could feel the end of it all shaping up. But we had good times anyway. We were in love, but lonely too.
Aww.
It felt like we were the only people in the world. Maybe I didn't mind Will getting closer to Harry because it felt like our own love was too much for two people.
Too much for two people? That's ridiculous. Come on.
Will and me were studying English. Harry was on the course too. There was a spark between Will and Harry. That much was obvious. I didn't feel jealous. I know that sounds weird, but I liked seeing Will happy. And Harry made him feel that way.
Well, that's a good decision to have for you.
I'll never forget that time. Seeing their friendship grow.
If you feel happy for him, that's quite a good understanding, though.
It might seem odd to you, but it was my suggestion.
No. It's not odd. It's a good suggestion.
I told Will to ask out Harry. I loved him. I knew it would make us all happy for Will to have Harry in his life. It was something he needed to do.
Good decision. Good girl.
Helping a person find their true love, that's an honor.
Yes,
It's
it
a
is.
kind of magic right there. For a long time, though, I wish that true love had been me.
I can understand her so well with this decision. That's awesome. Wow. Phew. That's a deep story. That's a really deep story.
Let me paint a picture for you of the end.
Yes, please.
Will had been seeing both me and Harry at the same time for about 6 months. I can see you think that sounds weird, but it really wasn't. We were all open, safe, and honest about it. The picture. It was in the basement of the Royal Oak in October. You could still smoke in pubs back then, and the faint smell was always there.
Okay.
The seats were covered with tapestry fabric that was worn and faded.
The pictures.
The tables were dark, heavy wood. The stone floor smelled slightly of disinfectant.
So we are filling up now the
I
location.
knew what I was going to say to Will. Before I went to university, a friend asked me what love is.
Hard to describe. You're learning.
I told her that love was being able to tell a person that you never wanted to see them again.
Yeah.
Even though it broke your heart to do it, you would tell them to leave you because it was right.
Good one. Whew. So deep.
I was quite happy with that answer. Like love was something from a Shakespearean tragedy. I don't know why they asked me. I'd never been in love when I said that.
But then you had been.
I didn't think I'd have to do it myself one day. I didn't expect to be right.
But you were. We need to talk.
We need to talk.
Oh?
This needs to change. This isn't right. I'm not helping you anymore.
This needs to change.
You mean us?
I feel like I'm getting in your way.
I feel like I'm getting in your way.
You're not. This is good.
Ah, that's hard to decide. Let's
It
do it
is
that
good.
way.
But it's not right. It's not forever.
Isn't this what you want?
Doesn't matter what I want. Yeah.
I'm happy with you. I love you, but this isn't about me.
I love you too. I want to be with you.
I think you're wrong. I know.
I know, but I don't think you should be.
Is this it? Can I do anything differently?
No, but you haven't done anything wrong?
No, you've not done anything wrong.
I don't want this.
Me either. But it's right.
I love you.
I love you too.
I love you too.
Whew.
I was so in love. I can't tell you how much it hurt to let him go.
Yeah. Letting go.
I never forgot him.
Always hard.
Love doesn't just stop. I still carry those memories of our time together with me, like a polished stone in my pocket. It feels so real, like I can really hold it in my hands. I cherish the memory of that time we had. I've never loved anyone like that again.
Hard stuff. But so true. Been there, done that. Whew. That's insane. That's really insane.
It took me 2 years to get over Will.
I can imagine that.
I saw him falling deeper and deeper in love with Harry.
But that's fine. That's good.
Maybe we all could have kept on dating together the way we were. I didn't think of that as an option at the time.
No, it wouldn't be good for you.
2 years is a long time. I focused on my courses, got a first-class honours degree. That was a plus of feeling desperately alone.
Whew.
I still have that love with me, and the loneliness passed eventually. I started to date, and in the end, I fell in love again.
Oh, you see, there is always a door open for other people if two are leaving each other.
A different kind of love, but wonderful too. But I don't think two loves are ever the same. That's the way it's supposed to be, I think.
Yes, it is. Exactly. It's always different.
The way I loved Will and he loved me was something special. Not forever, but perfect anyway.
And then he's coming back. To talk to you. Saying hello.
I didn't stop loving
maybe
Sarah.
not.
I haven't stopped. Though it's different now. We still meet and catch up. There was a reason we dated. She's wonderful. We both moved on okay. In the end. I felt awful when we broke up. But it was right. I loved two people and she saw a future for me that I couldn't. She's smarter than me, I guess.
Kinda, maybe. More empathetic. Where are you heading to? Ah.
I wouldn't be here now without her. I've got to remember to appreciate this time more. All the tiny moments make up our lives. I can't believe I'm thinking about proposing to Harry while spraying my armpits. I'm such a smooth operator.
Come on, buddy. Brush your tooth. What? Are you done already? Oh.
It's easy to lose track of the big picture.
The big picture of marrying him? What is this? For your hair? Ah, okay. Close this one. Close it. Please. OCD is happening. Close it. Ah, thank you.
We have love. I don't doubt that. Love is wonderful as it is. And I guess there's even bigger adventures than marriage. We could start a family. Kids. Wow. That could be good, actually. Maybe I'll leave that conversation to another day, eh?
Yeah.
One thing at a time. Shit. What if I propose and he says no?
Yeah, the usual fear, isn't it? And then you're leaving. Anyhow, before we are leaving this room, we are leaving this episode, and we will continue with the story in the next one. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, toss me a like, and we will see each other in the next one. Take care.